I was browsing around Walmart and I came across a Nanoleaf inspired product that kind of caught my eye. Let's be honest, all of these shaped LED lights are a byproduct of the popularity created by Nanoleaf. And unlike the Walmart branded On products, these LED touch lights are from a company called Monster. As part of their Monster Basics line, I instantly connected the dots and classified it in my head as a super budget decorating piece. So I bought it, of course, and I wanted to try it out. Sold in packs of 3 for $14.99, these essentially cost like $5 each light. That compared to the premium segment of these type of lights from LIFX and Nanoleaf seemed like a worthwhile shot. At worst, I'm out $15 and left with some oddly shaped paperweight. The first thing I noticed when pulling these things out of the box is the thickness of the lights. Maybe I'm just used to the extreme thinness of the Nanoleaf mini shapes, but these immediately reminded me of the Yescom desk light hexagons that I purchased many years ago, more so than the wall-mounted ones that I'm used to. These lights require 3 AAA batteries to operate, hence the reason for the thicker body shape. I'd estimate the batteries will last a handful of months before needing to be replaced. It will probably be smart to use rechargeable AAA batteries. Unlike a Nanoleaf light, a receiver connector does not need to be connected to the shapes to operate. While it is a bit of a hassle to have to use batteries instead of a power source that's plugged into the wall, a huge benefit is that the setup appears much cleaner without any cables attached to it. Ignore mine because that's a different story of my Pac-Man ghosts. It's also relatively easy to put the shapes back into place as the hexagon layout is imprinted on the magnetic plate that's attached to the wall. So once you put it onto the wall, you have it there. Your shape is there. Monster provides a small round 3M tape to mount to the hexagon plate to the surface, and I have to give it to them. I have to give them extra points for actually giving us a branded tape. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to pay so much money for, say, like a Nanoleaf, only to be provided with the worst non-branded sticking adhesive out there. I cringe when I walk into a room to see my lights no longer on the wall where they're supposed to be, and that's happened multiple times before. I do have to say that these were very simple to set up. I've had headaches for days dealing with other LED light products in the past. So having something so easy was refreshing. Obviously, the whole setup here is a little interesting. The magnetic base is relatively strong and sturdy, and I'm quite surprised at how effective something like this can be. I've actually never used something with a magnetic plate for a light. In regards to brightness, the Monster Basics don't really push off too brightly. If your lights, your overhead lights that is, are off in total darkness, they're passable as a set piece. I've seen plenty of brighter mini lights this size, albeit at a higher price point and also with a power source plugged in. The IR remote also included is quite generic in this RGB space. If you've ever purchased any type of RGB light strip, you've probably handled a similar controller. One controller hits all 3 or more of these units with manual accuracy required. You have to aim. Aiming in the general direction usually does operate the command desired, but that isn't always the case. Although the remote seems to imply there are quite a few spectrums of color shading to select from my experience, only a handful of them actually operate and give you that color that you want. The generic colors that we're talking about here that we're accustomed to are like red, green, blue, and orange. Those work consistently, while yellow and purple are actually like orange and blue respectively, just like a little tint, like a little different tint. What it comes down to is money though. Obviously, in no way or shape, pun intended, can this replace or compete with a Nanoleaf or a LIFX product. While affordable in price at $15, it also doesn't occupy much wall space once said and done. I'd estimate needing probably like 18 of these, so let's say 6 packs, which really makes it $90, to really make a cool design that would be eye-catching for a spot on the wall. By comparison, a 7-piece starter kit from Nanoleaf runs about like $199, while low in piece count, Since they're bigger, they can fill space on its own without the expansion kits. So while these aren't on the same tier as the big boys, I actually still think they're quite nifty for the price if you have a specific case purpose of what you want to use it for.
So the other day, I was on a Zoom call at work, and I just dropped everything I was saying, and I told them, subscribe.